sorry, little one.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Warbreaker Cool's Reviews. I'm your host, Warbreaker Cool, and today we're looking at X-Force Warpath, X-Force X-23, and X-Force Archangel. So we have 3 X-Force characters in that helps me with my lineup immensely. I finished a team with this one, folks, so I'm very happy about that. More teams or more upgrades to come, but for now, let's take a look at Warpath. We'll get the other 2 off the screen. Warpath comes in a 2-pack, and he is the one in the 2-pack between him and X-23 that I like a bit more, even though he's gummy. We have previously got this guy before. This is him before with his big old shoulders on, I think that the prior Sabertooth buck. I can't be exact, so don't get me lying, but I believe that was a Sabertooth buck, and Age Apocalypse version, that is. This buck suits him. It has a nice shoulder pads, just like the prior one did. It gets covered up. Feels a bit gummy like the prior one too. So that's unfortunate. He still has those pegs, because this was actually, you know what, this might have been a Venom body, now that I think about it. I think this is a Venom body, but you can see the differences here. This guy's got the open hand, so he can have his daggers and everything like that. His face sculpt is really nice and finely decorated compared to this one now. You can easily see, although I think the texture, the skin texture, color, should have been more like this versus this. Because here he looks like a, I don't know, like a punk rock white dude or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's supposed to be Native American. Although they can be different colors, so who knows. Then we've got the fist right here. They look really nice. And that's essentially it. He doesn't come with anything else. The belt is a different belt. He has some spots for his daggers to go in the back, or at least one dagger. I'm not even sure how that works. Is this for 2 or is this for 1? Let's find out. Let's put 1 in there. And you could probably squeeze 2 in here. If that's the case, then that's pretty nice. Let's see if we can get 2 in there, folks. Oh man, that is dope. I'm not gonna lie. That is, yeah, that's hidden right there. That's hidden. Never seen that before on a Marvel Legends figure. So I like seeing new stuff that you haven't seen before. So that's nice. His articulation's about the same. His head's not looking up much because he's got a lot of hair in the back, but he's pretty clean. So you're not getting much else from this guy except a decent figure. Not much additional paint anywhere. His legs are pretty bland, but you get what you expect. Just a kind of an upgrade to this in a different costume. So if I had to give Warpath a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to give him a solid 7.5. He's a decent figure. All right. Next up, we have X-23. And yes, we have had her before as well. Well, let's go over what she looked like before, just so that way, if you do have her, you know what you're getting into. We're going to move Warpath out the way so we can focus on X-23. It's her time to shine. Here's the prior X-23, and I do like this head. I really like this head that was on the prior X-23. You can see they're just about the same. The only difference is the gray is a little bit darker, and there's paint here, but not here. But this one has the clawed feet. I just wish they would have painted the buckles here to make that a nice little, addition. I mean, man, maybe one of these days I'll figure out, well, no, I can't. It's not pinless. So I can't even do that. They did upgrade to pinless for the legs. That's nice. But and double jointed elbows, which is again nice, but she didn't have bad range before. I mean, it was 90 degree. Now she can really get them, close. But the head, this was a good head. That was a good head. This one here, a little crazy. This one here looks a little old, but it is what it is. So she's got some heads, and yes, you can switch them around. So if you wanted to, it's the same ball peg. You can just slot this one on here, and now you got X-23 with a different color because nothing else is the same. This is an upgrade. It's like a complete upgrade. There's not much you're gonna be missing out unless you wanted this head here on the new one. And let's take that off so you can see how the old head looks on the new one. Is this something that you should upgrade to? I would say so, based off of the 2-pack. If you don't have Warpath, especially the newer one, then you're gonna be missing out. Golly, it's not going in. There we go. So yeah, the colors don't match exact, but that could work. So if you don't want her freaking looking like, if you don't want her looking like that, you still can, okay? But this is not a bad head sculpt. For screaming sculpts go, I'll give it to her. So X-23 is an upgrade, I would say. I do like that we do have an additional head. So as much as I complain a little bit, it's still a decent figure. Plus the claws are nice. They had it on the Wolverine figure, and I was hoping that when they made this one again, or if they ever did, they would give her her clawed feet. And they did. So we're going to get her out of there, X-23. And we're going to bring in, oh, I'm sorry, her accessories. So she comes with 2 fisted hands. And she comes with 2 open hands in case he wants to caress Synth. If you read comics, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. All right, and lastly, we're going to get Archangel in here. And I was really looking forward to this guy here. Because the last one we got, I have to show you, was this guy here. That is outdated. You can see the wings, although they're nice and silver. I do like that, but he's an older figure, so he's outdated. I did manage to get the wing angel right there. I just didn't feel like taking him down because he might take down all my guys up here, plus it's dusty. So I do have that Archangel. Sorry guys, I'm just not that nice of a person to review that. I will show you that though, yep. Back to the task at hand. Looking at Archangel, he looks nice. I do like the articulation on his wings. And whoa, we're too close. I do like the articulation on his wings, and we're too close. Let's move this back a bit or something. Oh boy, this is getting worse. I am so sorry, everyone. There we go, much better. So his articulation it's good. It fits in very well. You can curve it like he's kind of shielding himself, which I've always liked the fact that Archangel could do that. These articulate as well differently. So yeah, he has 4 wings. How badass is that? I always thought that was just badass that Archangel had that going on. If these wings were silver, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. And he comes with like little feathers that shoot off as well. I never really quite understood how these are supposed to lock in on here. So you're seeing me fumble. I never quite got it. So I think we're just gonna say it goes on here somehow. I just can't get them to stay. Tried off camera, could not figure out how to get them to stay on there. They stay on there somehow. It is nice to have that feather look. He also does come with a couple of open hands, and they have claws on them, and that is really nice, I must say. It is nice seeing the claws on his hand, because that reminds me of just how vicious Archangel can really be when he's, you know, in X-Force. Then he comes out with this head as well. Now that one's probably the one I'm going to keep on because that's really menacing. And that's kind of how he was. He was like unstable, like during this time frame. This is right before he became basically the new Apocalypse. And that was a great run with Rick Remender. So yeah, you can't beat Archangel. You can't beat X-Force at the time. And now I can show you guys a couple of different teams. Forget which team this is. This is the Rick Remender team, but I forget which incarnation it was. But those are the members. There's the comic right there. So yeah, that was a good team to have. It's Deadpool hiding. Couple of updates that we need. Pretty much all of them. They all need updates now already. So it is what it is, except for Archangel. This here's a team that got into X-Force right here. They're just missing Wolfsbane, but looked like that. And here's the flip side of it right there is Wolfsbane. So yeah, they had a couple of teams they could have, you know, messed with. But oops. As you can see, we had some really, really heavy hitters, some bangers for X-Force. So I want more. Let me get the rest of them. Give me Wolfsbane. Give me an updated version or the Apocalypse version of this guy here. And just give me some updated characters. And I think we're good to go. But very much happy with this set. Archangel, give him a 9 out of 10. If the wings were silver, then he would have been perfect. That's all. And if these things would have stayed on somehow. Warpath, I think I already said 7.5. I'm going to give 7.5 as well to X-23. And that's it. Until next time, peace and X-Force blood and grease.
Subscribe and like. Okay.